Dear beautiful, beautiful Divine Feminine, today I want to emphasize something. You and your Divine Masculine are one system. You are one. So when you think about them as someone else outside of you, doing stuff to you, saying things to you, they're being a certain way or this or that, you're missing something. Imagine you're the same system. So it's that same energy that is making you push and that is making them pull. So there is no runner or chaser actually. It is polarities. It is two polarities. So there is no runner, no chaser, because they're not separate. It is just there are two polarities. They're learning to balance. So when one pushes, the other one has to pull because it is one system. Think of it as one object. When one side goes a certain direction, the other side has to follow and go to the opposite, or like the same, but it's going to be a different motion. So it has to happen that way. That's why you need to balance the energy, because it is the same freaking thing. It's just they have a different reaction to that because they're the negative polarity, if you will, the pull, they have to pull when that energy hits them because you have to push. And that's why when you feel that energy being really hard on them, when they are pulling, they're pulling you in. They're pulling you in. You feel that pull, like you have to reach out or you have to do something about this journey, or you're losing them forever. You need to get another reading. You're just having this indescribable, this rising, like that feeling, that emotion. It is because they're pulling you. It is because they're feeling it. It's because they're feeling that pain, that loss, and they're just, and that's how they interpret or react to, if you will, that energy. So that's why when they pull, you got to really center. That's how you balance. Bring it all back to you. Bring it all back to you. Imagine like a pendulum, for it to just slow down and center and just slow down slowly, and then just bing, stop in stillness. So whenever they're pulling you, just bring it all back to yourself. Don't be all like, that's a trap too, because it might even feel like give you a sense of connection, that like, they're in so much pain, they're calling out for me, but I got to know. No, but that's pushing as well. I'm sorry to say this, but that's energetically pushing. And energetically pushing can be even worse than physically pushing, like calling them a million times, because they're gonna feel it. Because this journey is all about energy. Even if you don't call them, even if you tell every living soul on this earth that you don't want nothing to do with them anymore, if you're still in that energy, that's push. They have to pull. They have to pull. Wherever there's push, there needs to be a pull. There needs to be pull. So they're not separate to you. This is one system. This is one, whatever you want to call it. This is one. You are one. It is really hard for the mind to grasp, because the mind needs form. The mind then needs to go, does this mean we are the same? But we're not really the same. No, it doesn't mean anything. Whenever the mind tries to understand, the mind tries to label, the mind tries to find shortcuts or solutions to work it like through. No, don't go there. Because whenever the mind takes over, you're pushing. This is the beautiful dance of the soul, of two polarities, one soul just beautifully like dancing and just weaving it in, just having this, coming to this harmonious, this beautiful dance. So remember this, when there's pulling, if you feel like there's still pulling or running, which who's actually running from who? Like, Divine Masculine is running away super hard from themselves, and you, Divine Feminine, are running away from yourself. Both twins are running super hard, like away from themselves. So that's why whenever there's pulling, there has to be pushing. That means there's pushing. And whenever you're pushing, they have to pull. So get really, really honest with yourself. Get really honest. I'm going to make another video for this, for the leaks. You might have heard it from other coaches. But this term, leak, because it is leak. Because you bring all the energy back to you. But whenever there's a leak, it's a leak. It's leaking. So you got to really identify your leaks, and you know them deep down in your heart. You know where you go to when you feel that like toxic energy. You know what your poison is. But still, if you need help and support, I'm here. I'm sending you so much love, and know that you got this. Your soul has got you, and you got this. Much, much love, beautiful soul.